Now, beloved within the Seventh Adventist Church, beloved in the Seventh Adventist Church, this is a very urgent message, very urgent message called America the Beautiful, America the Great, the freedoms we still enjoy. Now, here recently, we're celebrating July 4th, which is today. A tradition of celebrating the freedoms we've had since 1776 in our great nation of America. The freedoms we still enjoy: freedom of the right to peaceably assemble, freedom of speech, the right to redress wrongs against our constitutional liberties, like civil liberties and such. And that's why we have Black Lives Matter today and Antifa today, with the civil rights movement in the 60s. We had the Civil War in 1865 to redress wrongs. We have the 13th and 14th Amendment to the Constitution, which which frees the slaves to redress wrongs in our Constitution. And like the Gettysburg Address said, that Abraham Lincoln said as a response to Frederick Douglass, what's the state of the 4th of July, he said in Gettysburg Address, so all men are created equal and are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights such as life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And I totally agree with Abraham Lincoln on that. We do have such rights as that God has given us as life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, beloved. And that's what our country founders wanted to give us, like Thomas Jefferson and these great founders of our nation. You can go back and read Greg Hansford's chapter called The Pilgrim Fathers and see some of the great freedoms we enjoy today in our Constitution, civil liberties today. And our country today has more civil liberties for the youngsters than almost any generation has ever had. In the 60s, the black Americans didn't have civil liberties. They couldn't vote. They couldn't march without getting shot. They couldn't they had to go to the back of the bus, and on the back of the bus they had to, they couldn't eat in the same restaurant with the Caucasian man. They can go to the same restaurant with him and use the restroom with him. Now the black America has many liberties, all those same liberties that the African American Martin Luther King Jr., the great civil liberator of the African American race in the 60s, got for them in that time, beloved, through redressing wrongs. So that's what makes America great. When they see, when the leaders see that we're trying to, in a peaceable manner, protest to redress wrongs, they give us our liberties more, and they protect us civil liberties. And I like how Joe Biden made a new law giving Juneteenth, which celebrates the freedom of slaves of their day in the 1860s as a national holiday as well. That's a national holiday as well. So we have Caucasians free from a tyranny of English oppression on the 4th of July, which is today. And Juneteenth, which is African American, my nationality, being free of oppression from the American Caucasian men before the 1860s. So, beloved, America's a great nation, and we have capitalism. Capitalism allows for money to spread and money to be used in a monetary way, protecting anybody to be able to buy and sell on a system of a dollar sign, and it protects people to be able to have a defense against poverty and pauperism. So that's another freedom America has: capitalism in this nation. And so America is a great nation. Now America is losing liberty now. We see COP25. Everybody go back to church on Sunday. That's happening pretty soon next year. We see how Donald Trump is trying to get prayer back in schools, and also trying to bring the Ten Commandments posted in our schools. And we see Ben Carson trying to start that up with the Ten Commandments in schools and prayer in schools. So we see our liberties leaving us right now, and we see the fact that the Johnson Amendment is being repealed. Was repealed in the Trump's administration. Of course, Biden stopped it, but the Johnson Amendment was appealed in Trump's administration, giving evangelical pastors or the false prophet the right to lobby Congress to enforce Sunday legislation and other laws that were in relation to the image of the beast. And we see how the free exercise clause, which tears down the right of women to have abortion, so some of them is going to Sabbath privileges are being torn down right now in our Constitution. But the fact is, the Supreme Court just tore down the abortion Roe versus Wade decision in the 1970s. So we see laws are being changed to enforce conscience based off the mark of the beast. But at least for now, I'm thankful that in 2024, in July 4, we have something to be grateful for. We still have freedom of conscience to some extent. And I'm praying, the last statement says in 1:8, page 102, for a few more years to avert the threat and danger. And like Jeremiah says, woe to them that desire the day of the Lord. Isn't the day of wrath and not of ease and not of pleasure? So I don't desire the day of the Lord. I don't desire these painful things, but I'm praying if I don't have the strength to make it through the time of trouble, that God will just put me to sleep so I can be able to have the least pressure as possible. But I'm praying that the eyes of my church folk here, Seventh-day church folk, and people in other denominations will wake up, and the pagan religions wake up and see that now it's time to get right. Now it's time to pray and fast and just temptation, so they can benefit this great time of trouble about to hit the world. And it could come by June of next year, because COP25 could pop off if Trump were to get back into the White House in January. Him and the evangelicals could push it. So we need to be mindful and be watchful, and keep our eyes watchful of all things. And even if he doesn't get in, Biden could pass something through Laudato Si that the Pope is pushing, which are climate laws for the environment. So we need to watch on both sides, both in the spectrum, because it's like truly dumb. And King of the Beast from the Abyss that passes Sunday is Revelation 17 beast, but the Beast from the Earth, Revelation 13 beast, is Trump's administration, which is the blue laws, the green laws, the climate laws, the Beast from the Abyss, Revelation 17, the climate laws, like climate action now. So we need to be mindful of both types of laws in the United States, so we're not deceived by the Antichrist power of the United States. And this is why it's the papers, the Antichrist power, will lead out on Sunday in the United States to enforce conscience and restrict religious liberty. That's what time it is now, beloved. I'm so grateful for the rights we have in this country right now. Please read Great Controversy, a chapter called The Pilgrim Fathers. Great Controversy, a chapter called The Pilgrim Fathers. It's a great chapter. It talks about religious liberty, beloved, in the Adventist Church. And when that mark of the beast crisis gets here, if we're not sealed for latter rain, we're going to be lost, beloved. And they will say you can't buy and sell. They will still enforce a death decree. It's for buying and selling and some legislation. And all these laws will come together. We need to be praying that they would make our call and election assurance, I say, beloved. Right now, for this prayer, most Congress, Father, thank you for this day. Thank you all one mercy and blessings. I'm asking that you with your people save them, you count the lost one. I'm asking them to pray, read the Bible, don't just take my word for it. And we just prophets as well. And grateful for the time of trouble is coming from the world as an old one, which surprised probably by June or even next year. And time prophecy has been reapplied to those days after 1844, according to spirit prophecy. So they don't have to put the wool of my eyes, and they should not put the wool of their own eyes. And just Christ on our prayer, man. Right now, God bless you, family. Happy Thursday. Happy Independence Day.